So now you work a lot because of your drug problem?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I just feel like.
Are we going?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back for part 2. We've got our fantastic guest, Jason Cheny, hanging out with us. We're just going to do a little shooting the shit.
And asking questions about you traveling to
so I'm leaving to go to Asia soon. Here's a question for you, because I am going to Taipei. If you were to...
Wait, are you asking him because he's Asian?
No, he's from...
No, I know. It's a joke. It's like...
But I guess yes. but he's from there. If you were going there, what would you do? I know the 101 building. I'm going to go to the 101 building.
So you ask me because of my face?
Yes, that's fine.
You guys are racist here. He's the second time I come on a podcast.
He grew up in San Diego.
I grew up in San Diego, man.
Anywhere that I travel, I find somebody in the streets who looks like what I think the people of that country.
He was asking me, hey, I'm going to
Mexico.
To Mexico. I was like, I don't know. I never been there.
Yeah. Terrible tips.
No.
No.
But you're actually going to Taiwan?
You're doing a trip in Asia.
Yeah, we are. We're
Taipei,
going.
Taiwan.
That's what I was saying. I remember the 101 building, which I don't know. So it's not the tallest. It used to be the tallest.
It used to be in the world.
In the world.
And
then it became the tallest in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
And now it's the tallest in
Asia.
it's still the tallest in Asia.
I think so. Yeah. I think the one taller building is the one in Dubai. I forgot.
Burj Khalifa.
Yeah.
That one.
Burj Khalifa. So my 101 joke, which is, so I've been to Taipei maybe 3 or 4 times, and I got my Taipei joke.
That's a good one.
Because there's a law around the 101 building, around the tall building, they can only build, I don't know what the level is, but you can only build buildings so high around it. And I always like to tell the audience, it's like when you shave your pubes to make your dick look bigger. Because it works a treat. You're like, look at that level. That's basically what the...
That's a good one.
Does that work in...
I thought it was funny.
It's a terrible audience, Francisco's, I thought it was Francisco's funny. Yeah, we were laughing. I thought it was funny. Never give Francisco a preamble, because he'll just stare at you. Like.
Oh, man.
So what would you want to do if you were going back there? What would be on your hit list?
But honestly, it just I'm curious of where else you're going. But I love food so much. Like I would just go out and eat all the food, whether it would be seafood, because we're an island, so we have really good seafood.
Yeah,
and also the street market that we mentioned earlier. We don't eat bugs or bats. That's in China. You could find bugs like crickets. I can't wait.
I'm gonna send you photos. Okay. Of whatever I can find in Taipei, and then I'm gonna label you as that forever because I'm really lazy.
You're into food. So when you're by yourself traveling for gigs, we always kind of are ourselves. What do you do when you're like before the shows or after? Like you like to go eat or
on a trip? I would love to find like a food place that it's famous or whatever that is a good food place, because I don't do drugs.
You don't do drugs anymore?
No, not anymore. I smoke.
I mean, you
cigarettes. I did. But I smoke cigarettes now.
Right, let's not say like
I don't do drugs
anymore. You have to say anymore.
Anymore. Ever.
But why? Why can't? Isn't that what's the truth?
Yeah, that is the truth.
Just leave the poor guy alone.
No, because
I don't.
Because it's very misleading to say I don't do drugs. That means it's like I've always been clean and healthy my whole life. But
no, it's not. It means I don't do drugs like
anymore.
Now.
Yeah, or now.
Like I don't eat sugar.
Now.
That's not to say that I've eaten sugar. Never eaten sugar before.
All right.
I like how Francisco was like, well, reveal your past. Let them know you were a piece of shit.
Yeah, let's make sure that you ain't leaving here without us making you look like a piece of shit.
The thing is that we have to give everybody in the audience your whole spectrum so they can make a decision to how to judge you.
Okay.
Right. Well, the food thing is exciting. I'm really excited for that as well. And
what do you like to do when you're on the road?
I like to find good food. Go to the markets and stuff. Like did I tell you just before this? I just got a message. We're going to a 2 Michelin star restaurant in Japan.
Wow!
So that'll be cool. I assume it'll be
omakase.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to be on the menu, but
I've
never been to I don't look like
That's a lot of
would
Michelin.
belong.
No, he's been into 2 Michelob Ultras restaurants.
Yeah,
That's why he goes to.
I've been to those.
Hey,
It's usually bring your own star in the restaurants. I've
Your
gone.
whole star.
Yeah, Michelin tires outside. That's about it.
And so, what's the best city that you've traveled to that you enjoyed in terms of like performing or going or vacation? Anywhere.
I don't. I'm not super picky, but I don't really like being in the suburbs like that doesn't have like mountains or like. Do you know what I mean? Like some suburbs is just like a bunch of farms.
Yeah.
And I don't. Besides that stuff, because there's no really food. It's just like McDonald's.
Yeah, it's just like the shitty chains.
Shitty chains. Yeah. But besides that, I if you have anything else besides
But
that.
is there a city or somewhere that you're like, I love coming to here?
You know
or
what?
Country?
I love Vancouver. I love Vancouver.
Vancouver is great. Yeah,
Fuck.
Why?
it's expensive, but it's great.
It's expensive. I don't know about to live but to visit, it's awesome. Because all the times I've been there, it hasn't rained, and it's supposed to be rained a lot. But it's just beautiful. Like there's
And the layout is
layout.
amazing, isn't it? Because the
Amazing.
park, Stanley Park, is really accessible by anywhere in the city.
Yeah, and it's so
a
close.
great place to spend the day. And then you can be up in the mountains quickly.
exactly everything's 30 minutes.
Yeah, so
And it's the public
agree.
transportation. Food is awesome, and it's so diverse.
Now this is great because this is a little bit of what I want to talk about because the public transportation actually improved a lot. There is a homeless problem in Vancouver and stuff, but when the Olympics came in 2012, they improved the infrastructure a lot. And I'm sure there's still issues. Of course, I don't live there, but they improved the transport system so much because I've been to Vancouver before 2012.
Okay, I haven't.
And then after the Olympics and during the Olympics, it was trains from the airport. Like there used to not be an efficient train system coming in from the airport.
Wow.
But it just improved so much, and I'm looking forward to the same thing happening here in LA.
The World Cup.
You think it would?
Of course,
I
they
think
have to.
They're totally gonna.
There's no way that how are you gonna have a World Cup here and not have a good transportation?
People coming from all over the world are gonna want to.
It's gonna be just traffic everywhere now.
Yeah, they're gonna be on the subway. People are gonna be encouraged.
Wait, so is it? They're going to bring the World Cup here?
Yeah. It's already happened.
It's the Olympics.
2026.
Oh, is that so before the Olympics? Because the Olympics are 2028.
Yeah.
So all of this stuff's gonna happen.
Bro, imagine just a fucking shambles shit show when everybody comes here. It's just traffic everywhere.
No, but that's why they need to have.
But which they don't. Is it?
No, they're building right now.
Oh, they are actually.
Yeah.
They're putting it in place.
They're
Wow,
making all
okay,
the
cool.
improvements
All this
now.
right now.
Oh yeah,
I love
you can
that.
see the construction happening at LAX.
That's why there's gonna be an airport. Like you can hopefully gonna be able to take the subway right to the airport.
which will
Man,
be
that
about
would be amazing,
fucking
right?
Amazing.
time. About
Oh my
time.
God.
So you don't have to fucking no Ubers. nobody can pick you up. You just take the. You know.
Oh my
That'd
gosh.
be nice.
But I was gonna ask you.
The reason why I'm bringing that up though is because my uncle just visited.
Oh, that's
from
right.
Nova Scotia. He was here for 8 days, and I live close to a subway station.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a car.
Oh, okay.
So, well, no, I had a car for.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I rent cars every now and then.
JJ's
so I-
poor.
I had a car for the first.
Jason does drugs and JJ's poor.
Well,
Actually-
I love how he's like, no, I do. I rent cars. I have the ability to rent. No, but you're
You
poor. You're poor.
I'm richer for my decisions.
Yeah. It's for the planet, not because you can't afford it.
So so when people come to visit, you rent a car.
You're in the-
No. When I do gigs sometimes. So I was working in Ventura last week.
Oh, the one. Did you go see Jason Cheney, the
Jason
singer?
Chen, the other guy.
Oh
Jason
no!
Cheny.
I unfortunately I wasn't aware of it then. But yeah, no, I was working in Ventura Harbor. So when I work out of town, I just rent the car.
Okay.
It's cheaper. It's more cost efficient.
Yeah.
So, I spend about $4,000 on travel a year by using Ubers and renting cars when I need them instead of because owning one costs about $12,000 a year.
Yeah.
Anyway, but never mind. But you decadent. But regardless, so my uncle showed up. He wanted to use the subway, so we used the subway when I gave the car back, and. He's from Nova Scotia, so he hasn't seen a lot of the world as well. This is his first time in California. And we went to the Staples Center a lot. We went to Elton John at Dodger Stadium. But when we went to the Staples Center Friday night, on the way back, there was people with crack pipes on the...
Wait, was Jason there? Did you see Jason?
Well, that's how we got him on the podcast. So Jason and I were doing crack. We were smoking crack on the subway while my uncle was just looking at us.
Wait, why are you
going,
flexing your muscles as you laugh? That's so weird. You see that? He's like, and just like getting bigger and bigger. It's like Hulk. It's like a crack Hulk.
Yeah, it's the drugs that I've been taking.
Yes, that's what we call him.
So yeah,
Hulk.
so he was very. There was a lot of, and that was like late.
I just wanted to say,
What year? What time
think
was
of that
it?
image that LA gives people, because so we're on this train coming back from the game. It was like what 10:45 or whatever.
Yeah, that's not that late.
It's not that late.
No.
And so there's these guys doing crack there on the train, which I guarantee you my Nova Scotian uncle has never seen in his life, like a pipe. He's like, what the fuck?
So he knew they were doing crack, or he was like, "Hey, they're smoking a nice cigar."
Let me try it.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. It was, well, actually, the pipe wasn't that clear, but it was well used.
People are scratching themselves.
But also, behind these guys doing this, there was clearly a father-daughter from out of town, and the father's just got his daughter there, like they're on their way to Universal Studios or something, or on their way back or whatever from Universal. There's such a combination of tourists coming from all over the world right now, and not the infrastructure to
Well, and the
support
reason that
the homeless problem that we're having.
Yeah.
So-
Well, the reason is because people don't use it. That's why those guys do that shit.
Yeah,
Because
well,
they know, like, well, there's nobody here.
Yeah, I know, but that's a chicken.
Once they start using it, then I'm like,
I don't
know. I think
they'll
that's a
be
chicken and egg situation, because that's why people aren't using it, is because they're.
I don't think so. I think it's not even. You have to take like a bus and like a.
yeah, it's just very hard to
Very
do.
hard to navigate.
I would use it if it's like, but it takes like 3 hours to get to something that you could get in a car by like half hour.
Right.
Just to get to the whole, like, because the transportation is not well designed.
See, I feel the exact opposite. So
You think it's well designed?
I get to Staples Center Crypto Arena. I can get there in under 30 minutes.
It's actually 2 hours, but he's high in crack.
And none of but nobody driving can get there that fast. You can't. You're sitting in traffic. So I can get everywhere faster.
Well,
No, but I mean, crypto's one thing, crypto arena, but like if you want to go to like Santa Monica,
West
or you
LA.
gotta go West LA, like that's very hard. Yeah.
yeah.
Santa Monica takes about an hour.
That's a while.
My uncle, I mean, in London, so the London Underground, very efficient system. It takes an hour to get anywhere, pretty much, unless you get lucky with.
But it's also everything's further. Right?
In London?
In London.
Well, I mean, LA's a pretty sprawling place.
I feel like LA gets small. I could be wrong, but I feel like LA, because everything without traffic is like 15 minutes. And I feel like if you do, it's like New York. It's like if you have public transportation, you should be able to get everywhere within 15 minutes, if not less. Huh?
Really?
If not, right? Because then why are you, if it's faster for me to run there than to fucking take the public transportation.
Right.
That doesn't make sense. To run. Yeah, to sprint there.
Yeah. Well, I find it really efficient, but that's also where I live.
Okay.
I always try to live by a subway station too, wherever I live.
Okay.
But LA, it's very efficient.
Wow, I didn't, because
Especially on the
everybody
red
that I
line.
talked to that took and used public transport, or maybe because you don't have a car, so you have to be pro LA
No, it's
underground.
kind of the reason why I got rid of my car, because I realized I don't need it in LA.
Wow.
Because everywhere is achievable.
That's crazy. Everybody told me was
No,
like,
it's
but
pretty
you've
sane,
been,
really.
but where else have you? Okay, like San Francisco, Vancouver, New York, they all have really well designed and
Yeah.
DC. Washington.
compared to LA though, LA is not that well designed.
horrible.
Am I wrong?
LA's got good areas, but it's a really rundown system, and it's dodgy in places. But you can get to Santa Monica
without the
$2
dodginess.
in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, because you gotta take buses and all that.
you don't
shit.
have to take a bus.
Well, what is he works for the NTA or something?
No, I'm just explaining. You guys put a stigma. See, this
Really?
is how Angelinos, you're putting a stigma around something that actually.
You just said that you
is
had
quite good.
crack the other day. That you were like riding with.
Yeah, well, I'd like to.
He's like, you're putting a stigma to it. At 10:45, my uncle was smoking crack.
With the other crackhead.
Yeah, no, you're putting a stigma that it can't be done. but
No, I'm not.
very
It has
much
to
can be
remodel.
done.
Yeah,
you
yes.
get to Santa Monica.
You're
in an
saying that
hour.
it works well right now.
Yeah, you're the first person that I heard that is saying it works. The public transportation works well.
It does not work well. I would take it. I grew up in D.C. I would take the metro subway all the time.
Me too.
Yeah, so it's like I
No,
would take
in
it all the
Taiwan.
all the time. Here it sucks. It's just not fun. It's not. It's too far. No, because you get the crackheads.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I think we agree that there's an issue with that. But I definitely. Are you denying that I can get to Crypto Arena and stuff in Central Los Angeles?
No, I'm not saying
in
you
like
cannot
30
get
minutes,
to.
Whereas driving, you can't.
But it depends where you're. Like if you live, let's say you live in Calabasas and you gotta go to the Crypto Arena in subway. It ain't gonna be a half hour, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 5 hours.
But also to other people's houses
That's what I mean.
around the area.
Yeah. Okay. That's the same case for other cities as well.
No, that's not true.
No, that's
you're
not
out
true
in the
because
out-
when I grew up in DC, it's like even it goes all the way to the suburbs as well.
Yeah, but
yeah, I guess it does. Like London has Zone 6
Yeah,
and stuff.
so that's
like
what
that.
I mean.
Yeah.
or people's house, like where people live.
Yeah.
Like you could get anywhere in Taiwan that
Yeah.
if me to your house, or it doesn't matter where you live, the walk to the subway station would be 3 minutes.
Exactly.
To
Yeah.
any station. Yeah. 3
Yeah,
minutes,
okay,
5 minutes.
I agree with that
You know
because
what I'm
I don't consider Sherman Oaks and stuff like that. I don't consider
No,
that.
yeah,
part
no,
of
but
the
that's
city,
where
so
everybody lives, you know. Like most people live in those areas, or like if you live
I
in
don't think most.
What about
people
Culver
live there.
City? or
Culver
like-
City too, yeah.
Culver City's on the underground on the subway.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Or Palms?
Yeah.
Like just all the way up? Really? I did not
Yeah,
know
they're all on
that.
subways. Yeah.
Well, let me.
and it's going to get better. I think that's my point.
That's
is
the
that
point. It's
This
gonna get better.
infrastructure is
Right.
coming, and
love
it's
that.
all going to change. Because right now it is shocking down there, and it's unpoliced,
That's
and,
cool,
and
though.
it's
That is
pretty
good.
wild.
Yeah, there's nobody there. It's a city
Yeah, so
underneath
they
the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you this so you can give an advice because he's gonna go, travel around Asia,
Right.
and he wants to get laid.
Yeah.
So what is? Don't you?
Don't do.
Keep going.
No, if you give him tips on how to.
Are you desperate for pussy? Are you doing drugs?
I think
Maybe stop doing
I'm all
drugs.
right. I think he's once again putting words in my mouth. But I mean, carry on.
No, I mean I'm
Let's
just
hear more
saying
of-
like because like I'm not saying like it is a different culture, so like
I think it's
things
so much
not
easier.
to do. It's easier over
Yes,
there.
that's
Bro,
right.
it's
I
so
don't wanna
easier
go
as
to
a white
prison.
guy.
Yeah, you don't want to go to prison. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I think as a white guy, it's so much easier, and I think I don't.
Yeah, this is the thing about being exotic. All of a sudden, you're
And besides
exotic.
America, I think everywhere else, most places in the world are pretty open with like, like those massage parlors. Here they have massage parlors too, like in LA, but like sex workers. I feel like it's more
It's more.
natural.
wait, so you're that's
I'm not.
that's so funny that you're like
If you want hookers,
no. You know what's
Such
funny?
great advice.
You know what's funny? It's like you didn't even give him the chance of getting a like not
an
a sex
actual,
worker,
just a
like just like
normal woman.
like it's just somebody regular. You're like, well, JJ, sex workers are good.
Well, we can talk about picking up women, or I can give you the cheat code, which is
Wow, but it's like you
I
didn't
don't
give him
know, I
a
went
faith that he can lay by himself.
no, he
has
could.
to pay.
He could. No, I already said. I don't know why I went there.
Yeah, you went straight to it. That's so awesome. I wasn't even
apologize.
asking about that stuff.
No,
I
I
was
said it
talking
was
like
easier.
it's the mustache.
Is the mustache? No, it's easier as a white guy for sure. Like it's easier
to
if you
get
just
it, to
the
go
bar.
to the massage parlor.
Yeah, because they know you have more money. No.
No, I'm saying like, is there like a
No,
way to hit on somebody or flirt with somebody?
Bro, Taiwan, honestly, Taiwan is so we're so open and accepting and integrated American culture and any culture, like most Asian cultures. We have so many Americans living there already. It's not like if you go, they're like, oh my God, a white guy.
That's what I try to explain to some people is that
No.
when they're like, when you go there, how are you performing in their language? You're like, no, there's expats.
Yeah, there's expats,
There's
yeah.
plenty of people from
Exactly.
America, Canada,
That's what I'm saying.
Australia.
So
I
you'd
don't
be
like
fine.
that expats. They're just immigrants as us.
Yeah, they're just immigrants.
That's bullshit, the
That they
expat.
went
You don't
back.
like the term?
Yeah, it's like a white person's name because they don't want to say I'm an immigrant. You're an immigrant, bro.
Yeah. What they also
I'm an
Yeah,
expat
but-
too. Then
You are an expat.
You are an expat.
If you go back,
But then
you
they
would
call me
never-
an immigrant.
Specific. Well, you can be.
It's
expats are immigrants, but not all immigrants are expats.
Whoa, what was that?
Yeah.
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 What?
So, all expats are immigrants, but not all immigrants are expats.
What's the difference?
From different places, I'll be performing. I call them expats because they'll be Canadians, Aussies, Americans, and they all kind of live there now.
Yeah, they're immigrants.
They'll be living in Taipei and Taiwan.
They're immigrants.
They immigrated, but then they went back.
No, they didn't go back.
Yeah. So, like, for example, in Venezuela, if you're from Venezuela and if you go back to Venezuela, then you're an expat. If you live there, if you live back in Venezuela tomorrow, then you're an expat.
From where? From the U.S.
From the U.S.
Oh.
From anywhere else.
But do you see? That's what I'm saying. It's like it's only the U.S. I don't think other countries use that. Like if I'm like the term of expat,
okay.
and I'm telling you, it's only white people that use it because I feel like they don't want to know. It's like no, I'm different.
Yeah,
Because it's the negative connotation that immigrants has made it like in the news and society. So they don't call them like all the people that live in Mexico. It's like you're the same thing as the Mexicans that moved to the U.S.
Yeah,
but they're like no, we're expats.
Oh, I see.
Get the fuck. You're an immigrant, bro. That's it. It's the same shit.
I guess it's just when you're performing a show to them as well. So I'll be Canadian. So
you should use that joke. Hey, you're a bunch of immigrants.
You're a bunch of immigrants. Yeah, it's hard to go.
Just to say that, and then you can try your pube joke too.
I don't like how you did this. You can say that bullshit as well.
Yeah, your pube joke that I.
All right, so let's do a quick experiment before we got it done. Let's say JJ's in town. He meets a girl in a bar, not a sex worker.
Not a sex worker.
And then he's gonna. So let's
too busy for sex workers.
Well, let's pretend that Jason is
too busy.
Like let's see. Let's see what's your pickup line.
We're gonna have lovely meals.
But let's see what's your pickup line and see if it works. You know, like
my pickup line is, "Hey, are you an immigrant?"
Or are you an expat?
So it worked. You laughed.
Yeah, because
You were supposed to put in the role of. You were playing the role of that.
Oh, I am. Okay, go.
All right, go. So you meet a girl in a bar. You're like, hey,
I'm the girl. I'm the girl.
Yeah.
You gotta look at me when you flirt with me, or don't.
Hey, sauce pot.
Sauce. Ew.
Nothing's gonna work with this guy next to me. I think I don't have that much to worry about. We don't need to walk through.
No, but for reals,
you're very, very confident that you're gonna get laid over there.
I didn't even bring up this topic.
Okay, let's bet to see if JJ will get laid in Taipei, Taiwan.
Good Lord.
Well, he's gonna pay for it.
Well, you always pay for it in some way.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true. It just feels a little better if you don't give it to them in their hand directly.
Yeah.
You give it to the waiter, they give it to them in their mouth.
It's the same thing, but just different
transactions. Yeah.
Well, okay. I wanted to help you.
I haven't asked for any help.
Because you were asking questions about Taiwan, and that's one of the. I think that's an important question, right?
Is the women of Taiwan?
Yeah. Don't you want to hook up over there?
It wasn't a concern.
Wait,
no, we were talking about getting nice food and.
Now I'm a little disrespectful. What do you think Taiwanese people are that he needs like a manual to talk to the people of my country?
No, because for example, when I went
Venezuela.
No, because when I went to the Afghanistan. Went into Afghanistan. I remember they were like, hey, you can't talk to the girls.
Oh.
Because if not, like they kill you, shit like that.
Oh no, we're very Americanized. We're very Americanized.
Well, that's what I meant. I don't know.
Comparing Afghanistan to Taiwan?
No,
when I went to Africa, they don't really have
there could be other things like
water.
maybe you don't touch a girl in the hand or something. I don't know. There's things that you don't know. That's what I'm at.
One time I was in China, our tour manager slapped the waitress. It was
no way, bro.
So gross.
Where?
Because the arrogance of some of the white guys. That's all you got to do. Actually, some of the
expats.
Some expats, yeah, some expats.
You see,
behave like they're
immigrants.
They behave like they're above the law. They're
yeah,
really,
because that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. They go to a different country and then they add. Like they're above the law. It's But then
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? But then they get pissed about the immigrants that come here that are like below the law because they don't want to fuck around. You know what
Bro,
I mean?
I know exactly what you mean
Yeah.
now. I didn't see it.
So
I
that
didn't
might be
see
the
what
answer
you
to
were
your
talking about.
question. Is like all you have to do if you want to meet women in Asia is be nicer than the asshole white men that are there,
Okay. There.
and maybe you'll be.
So what? The guy slapped the.
He slapped away. I was like, holy shit. He
crazy,
had just
bro.
picked us up at the airport, and we were.
Did you
like,
say anything?
We were having food. No, I was with another comic, female comic. No, we were just shocked. We were just got off a long haul flight and stuff, and the waitress was like taking our order, and she didn't speak very much English. He was speaking multiple languages and stuff, but yeah, and she must have got something wrong, and he slapped her. I was like, holy.
Oh, like in the face.
No, it was right on but it was aggressive, and it was right on her, like her shoulder and arm, and it was a clear, like.
That was disgusting.
Where was this?
But you start to think. So that was in China. That one was in China.
And he was white?
And he's a white guy. Yeah, he was a white guy. He spoke multiple languages though. He took us to South Korea, like all around Asia. So this was his tour. But he was definitely. He lived like he was above the law, and I saw that a lot. I saw that from a lot of people. I've seen that in Dubai as well, in the Middle East. Dubai and Doha.
Well, yeah, but they're not
there
real
are people
people.
that immigrate
No,
there.
I'm just kidding.
There's expats, and
Yeah.
they behave like they're
Yeah, they're like above the law.
untouchable.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think some of these people, when you meet them abroad, you're like, you guys could never go and live back in England. Or,
Oh, no, they're
America.
fucked.
You wouldn't,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be well adjusted.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, to come back.
Yeah.
Yes, it's kind of like when you live in a third country and you got money and you're like not that you're above the law, but you like there's no way. I mean, like living in a third world country when you got money and living, for example, here, it's a total like here you're living like king,
Right.
and here you're gonna be just like normal. Like okay, but you ain't gonna have 3 maids.
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to, So it's like that's what you're saying. It's like when they live over there because of the exchange rate or whatever, they're kind of, you got maids, you got a chauffeur, you got,
true.
Yeah,
I
like,
think you just get used to that.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
used to being above the law. Because you kind of are, though.
Yeah, you can be. You're paying off cops and stuff in places
Exactly.
like Manila and the Philippines and
Yeah.
stuff. You got money, you can
Yeah.
get away with doing all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we almost gotta get out of here. But first of all, I do want to say thank you for joining us for the 2-parters. I really appreciate
Bro,
it.
thank you guys so much
thanks
for having
turning
me.
it into a two-parter. We
Yeah.
haven't
It's
asked
so
the
cool.
final-
Well, I want to if he has any shows coming up or anything like that, because I know he's actually by the way, he's actually
Okay.
like an
All right.
influencer now.
Oh,
you an influencer
no.
now?
Yeah, because he's got a lot of like crazy amounts of views on Instagram
Awesome.
and like.
Well,
and
I really enjoy your
and then he
comedy clips,
posts.
man. They're great.
He posts like stories about like that doesn't make sense, but it's like influencer stuff. I mean,
I need all the views and I need all the people that could come.
because I could
I'm
see
not an
how he changed.
influencer.
My thing is that he's changing a little bit. Like he used to be like nice,
Growing.
I'm
and
not
now
doing-
that
I'm not doing
you know
drugs
what
anymore.
you know what he's behaving like an expat. He's like, I'm above you. Like when he talks to me, he's like, no, you're just an immigrant, Francisco. Immigrant with like less followers in Instagram. I was like, fuck.
Wow.
Anyways, what shows you have coming up?
If you're still here, please come see me.
No, I
After
don't know
that-
if people want to follow you and if you have any shows. I mean, this is gonna come out like we're in December, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm back. I'm currently back from Asia.
Next year, I mean, this new year. Also,
Yeah.
and then also, do you have New Year's any shows that you have?
Yeah, please. I post all my shows on my website, Jason Cheny, Jason Cheny, and please come see me I'm doing a national tour as an expat. I'm better than everybody else.
That's the name of the tour.
But yeah, the expat tour. Please come see me, jasonchenny.com. Thank you guys so much for having. It's so nice.
I know, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, I hope that I could sell more tickets on the road because I'm not an influencer. No, I don't know.
You don't have to hope. New Year's resolutions aren't hope.
Yeah, there's no hope.
It's a thing that you're determined to do.
It's you're supposed to.
Oh,
it's-
that's right.
For my New
He
Year's
thought,
resolution, I hope things
he
work
thought it was a
out.
wish. What's your
Do
wish?
you have a New Year's wish?
Let's
New Year's
and
wish.
by the way, let's keep it realistic.
Okay.
Realistic expectations.
Okay. Okay.
No. Anything that you want to work on New Year's, that's what you want to do. Like, I want to lose weight, or I mean, or you want to get more. Are you doing steroids, by the way? What the fuck?
A little bit. I'm doing drugs. I'm doing drugs again. I just, I don't know. I haven't really.
Why
thought
are you
about
so cut? Like, you don't need to be that cut as a Is it?
Is it less funny?
Well,
This is what I say.
Is that what
Well,
you're-
actually, some comics are getting more views because they're like, cut.
Oh, really?
So I think
I'm
that's why
trying to
he's
sell
doing.
more tickets. That's why I'm
Yeah.
working
It's the
out.
new era.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, you
It's
got to
the
work
new
out
era.
to sell more tickets. So
Right.
yeah, that's the only reason that I'm.
But
exercising.
sorry, I cut you a New Year's resolution.
That's why Bert Kreischer likes to go shirtless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should start going shirtless.
He has cuts too. You know what I mean? Under his tummy, above his tummy, he looks great.
So no New Year's resolution, something you want to work on next year?
Did you think of your New Year resolution already?
Not yet.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean-
so why the fuck you asking me if you didn't do yours? What kind of shit is
Because
this?
you're the guest.
Wow, our guest is getting really defensive.
Wow.
Holy
I'm just
cow.
kidding.
What an expat.
What the heck's that?
All right, and then, then we're going to ask the last question. Right?
Okay. Yeah, because wouldn't know what my New Year's resolution would be yet either. It'll have to be.
Well, mine is just to keep, I guess, work harder in my career and stuff
Work
like
hard.
that.
Yeah, well, there you
That's
go.
your New Year's resolution is to
and-
work harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna come back. I'll be coming back from Asia, so then I'll know. If I drank too much in Asia, it'll
Yeah.
be to drink less.
He comes back. He's like, my resolution is to sleep with one Taiwanese woman.
I couldn't sleep with
couldn't sleep
anyone.
with
And I couldn't,
Without
not,
letting him
even,
Then
directly.
I'll be really angry.
not even the pay ones.
Yeah.
For free.
For free.
My New
For
Year's
free.
resolution is to try to find sex for free. Fingers crossed. Someday.
Oh, man.
Good Lord. Our final question, bud, and it was really fun having you on, man. Our final question is do you have a favorite piece of travel advice that you like to hand on to people if they're going somewhere? You know, some people say like Dan Bacadel was like, you can buy it there kind of thing. Like, don't worry about
That's a great one.
if you want. Yeah.
But you can buy it there.
But do you have one that's not from previous guests?
That was mine, honestly. That was mine.
That's
no.
true? Nah.
I think.
Or
but
anything that people should do, like advice to, like in vacation or like when you're traveling, you know.
This is more. I think this is more for a mental thing because for the longest time I'm like I'm at the airport 5 hours ahead. I don't want to miss the show, but when it delays, I'm just like super stressed out. But I really think when on a vacation or like a work thing, it's nice to just be like more to go with the flow. Like whatever
Yeah.
happens is gonna happen.
I agree with you.
If it delays, it's gonna delay. If you miss,
can't
the show,
control. It's stuff that you
it.
can't control.
Is it stuff that you can't control?
And I do like the whole thing you said about also going with the flow, especially on vacation, because I think the things some people sometimes they want a vacation, they want to plan everything.
Yeah,
and
they
it's
wanna-
fine is to like have a couple things that you want to do, but
Right,
then
exactly.
leave time or leave for shit that's like,
Yeah.
well, let's just do this,
Honestly-
like random stuff.
honestly-
You know what I mean?
100%.
Also, because it's like, don't wake up. I gotta wake up at 6 to do the tours. Like, what the
Right.
fuck? Let me rest a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
That's so true.
100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think this was I thought this was my segment, but but thank you for asking and answering the question. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are doing a lot here.
Hey, we got a special guest from the general manager of the comedy
Richie.
store, Richie. Hey, what's up? We good? We were talking about immigrants. I think that's us. Yeah, get in here, man. Oh, man.
There's some advice.
Yeah,
your
make sure
flu
you get your
shot,
flu
man.
shot before.
Yeah.
the
Well,
airplane.
but thank you for
Thank you
coming.
so much,
I
man. You guys
appreciate
are
it,
so
man.
good. So nice.
Thank you for for being here. And then
Thank you for
welcome.
having us. He was doing
come back
that
anytime.
good a job of turning the tables. Yeah.
Come back anytime.
Jason, thanks very much for having us.
No problem, man. You're welcome anytime you want
sorry,
to.
I'm getting in your spectrum. Remember to subscribe, follow us, go to social media and check us out.
Click the buttons. I'm in Asia. If you got any questions or comments or anything like that, we'd love to drill down on people's opinions and stuff like that. So
That's right.
thing.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Thanks to Jason Cheny. Follow him.
Bye, hello.
Thank you guys.
Cool. Thank you, bud.